I have plenty of moms of teen girls dreaming of the day they can have this rich friendship, be besties. It's a dream for many moms to have a friendship with their daughters in adulthood. But you have to get through the teen stage first. And how you do that really dictates your relationship a few years later. Today, I give you 4 tips to raising your teenage daughter now to be great friends later. Hey mama, are you wanting to connect with your teenage daughter in a different way? Maybe some of the things you've tried before isn't working quite the same, or maybe it's even causing more disconnection between the two of you. Maybe you just need to understand her a little bit better in this teen stage. Maybe you're just confused about why she's doing certain things, why is she disconnecting, and why do the things that used to not bother her now? Or maybe you just need a way to bridge this disconnection between the two of you. And that is why I created Talk to Your Teen Girl Framework. It's a 5-step, 4-week course for you to go through on your own, mama, on your own, at your own pace, to understand your teenage daughter in this stage, shift your parenting in this new season, as well as create communication pathways that allow you to bridge those communication gaps that are happening now. So, mama, my big announcement tomorrow, I'm so excited as my big thank you to you who've been listening to my podcast. I want to thank you by giving you a big 50K sale. You are looking for tactical tools to apply into bridging your communication with your daughter. You've also contemplated, whether or not you need more help, more guidance into how exactly to implement those tools you've been listening to on this podcast. You probably have gone to my website and read all about the Talk to Your Teen Girl framework and thought, wow, this is exactly what I need. You read the testimonies. You checked almost every box about reading about this course and said, yes, I do need this. But there might be some things that are still stopping you from taking the leap and investing in your relationship. And that could be time and costs. But first, I want to address the first, time. You're right. You don't have time. Your girl is aging and growing, and there's nothing you can do to stop it. The average span of an adolescent year is 7 years. 7 years. That's not a lot of time. And for some of you with high schoolers, you have even less time. It takes time to develop relationships. So yes, you cannot afford the time to wait any longer. And the second is cost. Maybe investing in creating open communication with your teenage daughter is a huge factor. Well, I'll solve it for you now. My big thank you for being a faithful listener. I want to help you get over the fear of investing in your relationship. I want to make your decision easier. It's going to be our big 50K sale. It starts tomorrow. Save up to $100 off my Talk to Your Teen Girl framework and bundles. Sale starts tomorrow at 12:01 a.m. and ends Wednesday, 11:59 p.m. That's all Pacific Standard Time. This is a 48-hour sale. Just like any sale, I think of Black Friday doorbuster prizes. This is it. This is it, mama. This is your time. This is your time being called out to do Talk to Your Teen Girl framework and invest in your relationship. Head on over to talktoyourteengirl.com to find out the details and get ready to jump on that sale tomorrow. Hey mama, welcome to Raising Her Confidently. Do you want to have open communication with your teen daughter? Do you find yourself constantly thinking about how to talk to your teen or why your girl is not opening up to you? Do you wake up with confident intentions only to feel confused and frustrated when all you get are one-word answers from your daughter again? Hey, I'm Jeannie. I too was a mom raising young teens. I too felt grieved by the loss of my sweet, talkative little girl. I wanted her to come to me about anything.
even if she was scared, and listened to my advice. But I kept thinking, she won't listen to me, and I don't know how to approach her until I found tools to create open communication. In this podcast, you will find how to connect and talk to your team and create a safe space for her to go to so that you will have that close relationship you dreamed of. Go grab your glass of Merlot and throw off those fuzzy slippers, and let's dig in together.
I have 3 kids, and I remember being a young family with 2 boys, and they're 19 months apart, and I was pregnant with our third. At the time, I prayed for a girl, but of course, I would have been happy with either. But being a family of mostly boys, I felt a girl was due in our family. And I did. I ended up having a girl. And as she grew, I had fond dreams of our future. Shopping together at the mall, going out for coffee, traveling together, helping her with her own growing family. I dreamt of our friendship when she developed into an adult. All the fun, rich, and woman-to-woman bonding we would have. And you are likely dreaming the same dream with me or have dreamt it years ago. It's a little scary now that you are in the teen stage. Exactly how to get there. For some relationships, this season is great with its minor bumps, typical emotional hiccups, and occasional attitude. But for some others, it may feel like you are in the deep valleys, trekking along, viewing this huge mountain that needs to be conquered before you get there. And you're probably thinking, goodness, how do I get there, right? I want to encourage you to keep those dreams alive, mama. Whether you're in a great season with your teen daughter or a challenging one, I want you to keep those dreams of awesome friendship alive. What our thoughts are, your actions will be. What your thoughts are, your actions will be. So I want you to believe in this rich friendship that will happen on the other side of this teen stage. But how exactly can we get there, right? What we do now really does give us an indication of the amount of work we'll have to do when they are adults. So, mama, let's get ahead of it and utilize this teen stage as growing pains for both your teen and for you, mama. Growing into those, flexing those parenting muscles as you teen and raise your daughter in this tumultuous stage. So I'm going to give you 4 tips today on how you can raise your teen daughter now, leading to a great friendship later. Here we go. So, number 1, I want you to decrease authority. Decrease authority. You're like, exactly what do you mean? Authority is this posture of control. Coming and raising a baby, a young toddler, and even a young child at the elementary school stage, we have control over their actions, their decisions, and even offer consequences for them, right? But as we get into the teen stage, mama, they're developing to become more independent and wanting more control over their life. That is the natural progression of puberty, of adolescence. So if we're holding on to our authority and they want to grasp their own authority over their life, guess what happens? We're butting heads. We're butting heads, and they take it as judgment. They take it as criticism. Judgment and criticism are enemies of relationship building. They are. You throw a wrench into building a relationship, a friendship, when we do not let go of our authority. Decreasing authority can mean allowing your teenager to make choices at the appropriate age stage, right? I wouldn't allow my 17-year-old, or actually, I wouldn't allow my 12-year-old at the time make the same types of decisions my 17-year-old can. So releasing control at their developmental stage and the natural responsibilities that they have, right? And that takes knowing that the specific developmental stage within an adolescent, right? knowing what can they handle as a 12-year-old as opposed to a 17-year-old. You wouldn't have the same authority you have over a 10-year-old and a 17-year-old, right? We need to slowly decrease authority so that when they are adults, they have full authority over their life. It doesn't happen like a light switch. It needs to be decreased. Now, the opposite of decreasing authority, which is my point 2, increase friendship. Increase friendship. We're heading into the teen stage and we're ramping up to develop a relationship. Relationship does not happen overnight. It happens over time through trust building, through connection. And I teach that in Talk to Your Teen Girl framework, how to build trust, how to create safe space so you can connect. So increasing that friendship and depositing little actions that develop this trust that your daughter will have with you, increasing your relationship so that when she is 18, you're ramped up so you're fully in a friendship with her, right? Fully in a friendship with her where she trusts you to guide her in the wisdom that you have, right? So we're slowly decreasing authority and we're slowly increasing friendship. Some of the mistakes that mom make in the teen stage is being their friend right away, giving them full authority over their life. And that is a huge mistake because they cannot handle it, right? They end up telling their mom what to do and being the parent to their mom. And that is not what they need from you. They need a coach. They need a coach to guide them. And that is my point 3. Embrace your role as a coach. In this season, in this stage of parenting, mama, did you know that you are a coach? When you think of a role of a coach, what are some things that come to mind? They come up with a game plan, right? They guide the players, use their talents, their natural giftings, right? To go do their thing, to go encourage them, to give them a play, to give them tweaks, right? From what they know to get better to where they want to be, right? So embrace your role as coach. Switch from being someone who's authoritarian. Maybe you grew up that way and so you're confused about, okay, what exactly is a coach? Well, that's my point number 4. Learn what it means to be a coach. Learn what it means to be a coach. You can watch videos of coaches coaching teams. Look at their behaviors. What are the words that they use, right? If your teenager is part of a soccer team or a sports team, or even like my daughter, part of ballet and has a coach too, how does that coach relate to your daughter? How does your coach relate to the daughter? In my Talk to Your Teen Girl framework, we talk about exactly what a coach is. We dissect their behaviors. We talk about the types of words they use and how they utilize their role to guide their players to be their best. And that's what we need to be for them in this stage. When we're guiding them to be their best, we're building relationship, right? And we're decreasing our authority. We're not telling them. We're not throwing the hammer at them. We're not throwing the playbook at them. We're not being that authoritative disciplinarian, but we're actually allowing them to make the choices within boundaries, right? We're not saying we're letting go of all our rules and all of our boundaries, right? Because we're not their friend. They don't have full authority over their life. We still have some authority, but now we're allowing them to make decisions for themselves while we're increasing a relationship of trust and connection with them. This is what makes the teen stage so hard, because we're in the crossroads between friendship and authority. Now, mama, this is tricky, and we know we can't do it alone. So I want you to know that Talk to Your Teen Girl framework teaches you how exactly to navigate this crossroad, the slippery slide phase that sometimes leaves us confused. So I want you to take advantage of the Big 50 sale tomorrow and save on this framework that will be such a huge investment into your relationship with your daughter. I'll talk to you next time.
Hey friend, if this podcast inspired you or encouraged you or helped you in any way, I'd love for you to share it. You can screenshot this episode and share it in your stories on social media or text it to a friend who can use the support. It's the best way you can thank me. I want to let other mamas know they are not alone. I'd love to stay connected with you. You can find me on Instagram at Jeannie Baldemero or join my free mom support community at linktree.com/Jeannie Baldemero. Until next time, live full of grace, Jeannie.